Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Abdallah, and I am one of the fifth grade teachers here at Moncure. This slideshow that we're going to go through is going to be presented by all the fifth grade teachers for our open house tonight. So to start with, we wanted to start by talking about the Vital 40. The Vital 40 are the school's rules or expectations for every student and staff member in the entire building. So this is setting the standard for our school and for our students and what they need to be doing all day, every day in our rooms. A good classroom is going to be following these all day. And so we remind our students of these rules and they're up on our walls so the students know them and know what they're supposed to be doing. So there's no confusion about what we're expecting them to do. These things include taking ownership of their learning, being an active listener, making eye contact, etc. So there's a link to this on the school website. There's a link to this on our individual pages. Please let us know if you have any questions about the Vital 40.
Hi, parents. I'm Mrs. Sabina, also a fifth grade teacher. We are going to discuss attendance and communication. First of all, we want open lines of communication. We want you guys to reach out to us when you have questions or concerns freely. Whenever you feel the need, please reach out. All of us are using Class Tag, but other ways to communicate with us would be school office. You can send a note, school email also. I know that Class Tag does translate the languages, so if that is better for families, if you speak another language, another home language, we would love it. Class Tag, you can pick your language, type it in your language. It'll come across to us in the language that we have picked for our preferred reading, and then we can contact you and it will translate back into your home language. So Class Tag really is the best form of communication, although the other ones I mentioned are perfectly fine as well. Attendance, that's a big one. We're coming off of COVID, right? And a lot of us were home. But this year is very different. We're coming into the building every day. That is extremely important. Obviously, we want you to keep your kiddos home if they're sick, but it's really important for you to send them if they're not sick. Each day makes a difference. Fifth grade moves pretty quickly through the content we're teaching. And so every day, every minute, every hour missed really is opening spots where they're missing some of their learning. And yes, we're going to provide makeup work, but it really isn't the same as being in our classroom present when the instruction is happening. If you have any questions or concerns about that, we'd be happy to answer them. But really getting them here every day and on time is crucial to their success in fifth grade. Thank you so much.
Hi families, Miss Cully here. I'm going to discuss with you homework. So the fifth grade team here goes by the county policy that homework will not exceed over an hour each night in fifth grade. And it's going to reinforce a skill, a concept that we have already been discussing in class, or maybe a review topic from a previous unit. It's always very, very important to do. It's never an option. Of course, nightly reading is assigned, of course, every night at a minimum of 20 minutes. But all those additional pieces of homework are not optional. They're there to help your child to make sure that they're doing the best that they can do. Okay. It's always relevant to what we're doing also. We don't offer busy work in fifth grade for homework. It's very, very important. And it's just going to help your child to be able to go on and be successful in the next unit and even the very next day. Okay. Any questions, please reach out. We do offer the reading as far as nightly. Please, please, please make sure you're keeping up with your reading. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's my turn. Mr. Fricker here, talking about assessments. Yes, SOLs still exist in fifth grade. I'm sorry, they're going to happen throughout the year, but what we start with is math, science, and reading. Big one for science. Remember, this is not just fifth grade. This is fourth grade content and fifth grade content. So, on the off chance your fourth grade teacher included a science notebook last year, dig it out, check it out, review those skills, please, so we are not trying to cram in fourth grade on top of all that fifth grade knowledge. Additionally, some of you may have taken an SOL already this year. Yeah, that's right. We took growth assessments. You already took an SOL in math, and you also took an SOL in reading this year. What we're going to be doing with that information is you'll have then a score at the beginning of the year. You'll also take the SOL at the end of the year. And for those of us that don't quite meet the goal of passing, they are going to start looking at measures of growth. So it's new to everybody. First year for this. More information will be coming, and I guarantee you, Mr. Mackey, Mr. Price, and Ms. Clemente will be holding a bear talk about SOL testing later in the year. So I'm not going to bore you to death on this one. I'm about to turn it over to Ms. Rambo and our daily schedule.
Hello, families. I'm Miss Rambo, and I'm going to be talking to you about our schedule. So from 8:15 to 8:20, we do have our announcements that are overhead. This includes our daily pledge and the Pledge of Allegiance. And then from 8:20 to 8:35, we have our morning meeting. This is really a time where we have our team building, we build community. This is really us building relationships with the students and the students building relationships with each other. Then from 8:35 to 8:50, we have a language arts. This is mostly our weekly sentence routine where we work on grammar and parts of speech. Then from there, we move to our math block until 8:10. This is focusing on, we've learned orders of operations, function tables, and some other things. And we're now moving into decimals starting last Monday now. And then from there, we have lunch and recess until 11. And then they come back and we work on language arts until 12:30. This includes small groups and whole group instruction, as well as independent reading. From 12:35 to 1:20, we have specials. We are on a 6-day rotation. Each class has a different rotation, but it includes PE every other day, library, art, and music. We then do from 1:25 to 2:15, our science and social studies block. We go by quarter. So first quarter was science, second quarter will be social studies, third quarter science, fourth quarter social studies, with reviewing certain aspects throughout those areas so we can refresh those skills. And then from 2:20, we pack up for dismissal and we start dismissing the kids, waiting on the announcements for them to go down to either their bus, car rider, or their daycare. And then that's all we have with us today. So I'm going to return you back to your host today for any questions you may have.